What is it like living in Vietnam at 33 and taking my kids on a one-day vineyard trip with my husband? Hello everyone, my name is Thien. I am a 33-year-old mother of 3 young children, and my family has 5 members in total. I have been a stay-at-home mother for many years. I currently do not have my own income because my children often need my care and attention. My daily life revolves around my children, preparing meals, taking care of their needs, helping with their studies, and creating a safe environment for my family. My husband is the only person earning income for our family of 5. Because we depend on only one source of income, we have to carefully consider every expense. My husband works as a ride service driver and is always ready to pick up passengers whenever they call. Recently, I heard people in my area talking about a local vineyard grown by farmers in our hometown. The special thing about this vineyard is that the entrance is completely free. People can pick and enjoy grapes according to their own choice. The news spread quickly, and people from nearby villages started coming to visit, taste, and buy grapes. To make this little trip possible, I carefully manage our family's expenses and managed to save 500,000 Vietnamese dong, about $20. Today, I want to share a real day in my life in rural Vietnam. After carefully managing our family expenses for 1 week, I saved 500,000 Vietnamese dong, around $20. I wanted to see how much happiness this small amount of money could bring to my family, especially my 3 children, during their weekend break from school. Could $20 create a special day for a small family in rural Vietnam? This is the real life of a 33-year-old, low-income rural Vietnamese family. In my village, life moves more slowly. Every morning begins with familiar tasks that many rural families in Vietnam experience every day. A small amount of money saved today can help with something more important tomorrow. A small amount of money saved today can help with something more important tomorrow. This morning, the rural road in my village is being paved with concrete. The project has fallen behind the construction schedule agreed upon in the contract. Many local residents have voiced their concerns about the delay. The construction workers are now doing their best to speed up the work and finish the project on time. These construction workers are paid on a daily wage. Working outdoors under the hot sun is physically demanding, yet they earn only about 400,000 Vietnamese dong, around $15 USD, for a full day's work. It is hard work that requires strength, patience, and long hours. When the flood season arrives, I'm hopeful that we'll finally have a concrete road that won't turn muddy and slippery after every heavy rain. More importantly, we'll have a higher, safer home where I won't have to carry my 3 young children through rising floodwaters like I did in 2025. Every small step we take today brings us closer to a safer future for our children. A small amount of money saved today can help with something more important tomorrow. We do not always choose the most expensive products or the most luxurious things. Instead, we choose simple things that are suitable for our family situation. We do not always choose the most expensive products or the most luxurious things. Instead, we choose simple things that are suitable for our family situation. This isn't a traditional market. It's a mobile vendor who rides a motorcycle through the neighborhood. bringing fresh food to local families. Although it's small, it has almost everything we need for our daily cooking. There are fresh vegetables grown by nearby farmers, small portions of meat, and other simple ingredients for everyday family meals. I only buy the amount of food my family needs because wasting food also means wasting money. Managing our family budget isn't always easy, especially when we're living on a single income. Today, I bought 60,000 Vietnamese dong, about $2.30 USD worth of pork. I also bought 22,000 Vietnamese dong, about 85 cents USD worth of pickled mustard greens, one of our family's favorite side dishes.
Ok. Thấu tiền đi đấy. Đi qua cái ví tiền mình đấy chứ.
Now it's time to head home and start cooking lunch. Dipping sauce, a simple and familiar meal in many Vietnamese families. While I prepare lunch, I'll also teach my oldest daughter how to cook rice. In Vietnam, many parents encourage their children to become independent by learning simple household skills from a young age. We usually start with easy tasks like cooking rice or frying an egg. That way, if I'm busy or away from home one day, she'll know how to prepare a simple meal for herself and her younger siblings. These small lessons are part of everyday family life, helping our children grow more confident and responsible little by little.
Cho sạch đi. Vo cho sạch đi. Vo cho sạch đi.
My children usually eat simple meals at home every day. Our family does not often have special meals or expensive experiences. But I believe children can still feel love through simple things. After a week of carefully saving money, I finally managed to put aside 500,000 Vietnamese dong, about $20 USD. I wanted to save this money for a special weekend surprise for my 3 children. It isn't a large amount of money, but I hope it can create a day they'll always remember. Instead of taking my 3 children to a restaurant, I decided to buy ingredients and prepare a special meal at home. A plate of spaghetti at many restaurants in Vietnam costs around 70,000 Vietnamese dong, about 2.7 US dollars. For my 3 children, 3 portions would cost around 210,000 Vietnamese dong. That is almost half of the money I saved during the entire week. I asked my husband to buy the spaghetti and the tomato sauce on his way home. As for the fresh ingredients, I bought them from the mobile vendor that comes through our neighborhood every morning. I picked up some tomatoes, an onion, and a small portion of beef. Together, these simple ingredients are enough to prepare a special homemade spaghetti meal for my children. In rural life, I always try to buy exactly what my family needs, because wasting food also means wasting money. The total cost was around 115,000 Vietnamese dong, about 4.5 US dollars. With just a small amount of money, I could prepare a special meal for my children. Now that I've prepared all the ingredients, it's time to start cooking. Step by step, these simple ingredients will come together to create a special meal for my children. Sometimes, the best family meals aren't the most expensive ones. They're the ones made with care and love. I put the children down for their afternoon nap with their dad before heading out. While my family is resting, I'm going to buy some used roofing sheets for the back extension of our house, but I'll need my parents-in-law's help to bring them home. Some people may choose new materials, but for our family, used materials can still help reduce construction expenses. The new roofing sheets cost about 450,000 Vietnamese dong each, around 17 US dollars. But these used roofing sheets are only 150,000 Vietnamese dong each, about 5.7 US dollars.
Để xóc vô.
I decided to buy 10 sheets. The total cost was 1,500,000 Vietnamese dong, around 57 US dollars. By choosing used materials, we saved around 3 million Vietnamese dong, compared with buying new ones. That amount is about 115 US dollars. As a mother without my own income, every bit of money we save brings our family one step closer to a better future. To bring these long and heavy roofing sheets home, I need help from my husband's parents. We use a simple cart pulled by a motorbike to transport them. This is not a modern way of transportation. But in rural Vietnam, simple methods like this help many families save money. Sitting on the cart and traveling through village roads gives me a very special feeling. It is slow, it is simple. But these are the moments that truly belong to rural life. Sometimes happiness comes from the most ordinary things. After transporting the roofing sheets under the hot summer sun, everyone becomes tired and covered in sweat. On the way home, we stop at a small roadside shop to buy 3 cups of sugarcane juice. 3 cups cost only 15,000 Vietnamese dong, about 60 cents. In Vietnam, sugarcane juice is a very familiar drink during hot summer days. The cold sugarcane juice cools us down almost immediately. In Vietnam, sugarcane juice is a very familiar drink during hot summer days. The cold sugarcane juice cools us down almost immediately. After working under the hot sun, even a simple drink feels incredibly refreshing. Sugarcane juice is one of the most popular summer drinks in Vietnam. You can find small sugarcane stalls almost everywhere. The work looks simple, but it takes a lot of effort. While resting, I notice another woman working under the same hot sun. She delivers snacks and candy to small grocery stores in the village. Her motorcycle carries a large homemade cargo box. Inside are biscuits, candy, drinks, and many different snacks. Watching her reminds me that everyone in the countryside is working hard in their own way. Different jobs, the same purpose, to take care of their families. Seeing all those snacks reminds me of my 3 children waiting at home. I decide to buy each of them one small snack. Together, they cost only 15,000 Vietnamese dong, about 60 cents. It is not an expensive gift, but I know my children will smile when they receive it. Sometimes children do not remember how much something costs. They only remember how happy they felt that day. After resting for a while, we continue bringing the cart back home. For my family, these materials are not just pieces of metal. They represent hope for a safer home after everything we experienced with the flood. In the afternoon, I finally got to keep the promise I made to my children. Thanks to the 500,000 Vietnamese dong, about $20 USD, our family carefully saved over the past week, we were able to spend a special day together and create some happy memories. We are going to visit a local vineyard only a few minutes from our home. This will be the first time my children see grapes growing on vines. It is not a long journey. The vineyard is only a few minutes away from our house. Sometimes the simplest places create the happiest memories. The entrance is completely free. Visitors can walk around, taste fresh grapes, and buy some to bring home if they want. My 3 children become excited as soon as they see the rows of grapevines. Before this, they had only seen grapes in supermarkets or markets.
Bỏ miệng nhơ xong nhả ra, nhả từ không lọt được.
This is the first time they can see how grapes actually grow. Honestly, I am surprised too. My hometown is known for floods, not vineyards.
Em thấy đỏ quá đây. Cái này nha mẹ. Anh cắt đi em quay thôi. Mẹ muốn cái này đi. Cái mô. Từ từ cái nến chưa chín để cắt cái đùm đi nè.
I used to think grapes could only grow in southern Vietnam, but local farmers here have successfully grown grapes in recent years. Seeing this gives me hope that rural communities are always finding new ways to improve their lives. The grapes are incredibly sweet. Watching my children laugh while eating fresh grapes makes this day even more meaningful. Moments like this do not happen often for our family.
Cho mẹ theo. Không.
Muốn lên về ta rồi nội.
Muốn lên. Rồi cái miếng trứng ngọt sật.
Mà giá cái nói ta về ta rồi nội. Ta về ta rồi nội. Mà ai lên về ta rồi nội.
Xí mùa chứ chạy.
Before leaving, I buy 1 kilogram of smaller grapes to bring home. They cost 250,000 Vietnamese dong, about $9.5 US. After buying grapes, I still have about 135,000 Vietnamese dong left from my weekend budget. This is not something our family buys every week, but today is different. Life here is simple, but every day teaches us to appreciate what we already have. After food and a family outing, I still had 135,000 Vietnamese dong, about $5.20 left from our $20 budget. Thank you for spending part of your day with my family. In the videos ahead, I'll share more of our journey as we continue building our flood-safe home and our everyday life here in rural Vietnam. I hope you'll come back and continue this journey with us, one ordinary day at a time.